all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
We are sure getting the snow here. We came home from church tonight. There was 6 inches of snow that fell between 2:30 and 4 o'clock. I went over and brought Ray and the kids over. Jean is up to the Tabernacle practicing for their Christmas program, and she wasn't able to be with us. They don't know what time they'll get through tonight, but it would have been nice to have had her out here so that she could have recorded along with us. So,
well, you got all the information I can give you, so
we'll say Merry Christmas to you, Grandpa, and now Grandma, you can say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Dad told all of them losing one mouthful.
H.B. Kaltenborn, he just came through.
Well, hello everybody, this is Ricky, and we're having quite the snow here, and as you know, Christmas is coming up, and I'm going to get some ice skates along with Brian and Marcie, and I'm going to also try and get some carpenter tools. I'm having a lot of fun in school, and as you know, I'm in the 5th grade, and we have quite the fun. And, well, now, yes, Marcie wants to say something.
Well, hello everybody. Like Ricky said, it's really been snowing and like Ricky said, for Christmas, I'm gonna get some ice skates and I'm gonna, besides that, I'm gonna get my doll fixed up and well, if I can't think of anything else, so Brian's gonna say something. Hello, Merry Christmas. I'm gonna get some ice skates, just like Marcie says, and just like it is, it's like so snowy that we can go ice skating, I guess. And so, I like school, and we've been doing a lot of things. I guess that's all I can say.
In case you haven't heard why it snowed here today, I think that's the general consensus of everybody's opinion, that we had a little snow. We have had a pretty good winter this year. It seems kind of nice. When we came out tonight, while we drove by and saw some of the Christmas lights, and believe me, it's a good old Utah Christmas where it just gives you the old spirit to see it all. Jean and I, when we sat out here the other night and heard your recording, it kind of tickled us a little bit because it sounded just like you were sitting here in the room on Dad's tape recorder. It really seemed good, and it sounded a good night. It's hard to realize that Sammy can talk. To hear him sitting there chattering, it kind of amazed us, because when we saw Sammy, he was still, he's still a little tiny baby, for gosh sakes. We're very pleased to hear about your activities up there, Paul. Congratulations on the successes that you're meeting, and we certainly are thinking a lot of you kids. We were in hopes that we were going to make it up there in January, but as it looks now, why, I'll probably fly up for 1 or 2 days myself and fly back, because we're not going to try and drive in this kind of weather. So don't expect us. We'll try maybe one of these days to get a letter off to you. Don't hold your breath. It might come. You can never tell. Like Dad said, Gene's recording for this thing the Tabernacle Choir is doing. You might watch for it, because it's going to be national-wide. I think it's going to be Christmas Eve. The choir with Lorraine Day and Richard Boone and Howard Kill and some of them are putting on an hour-long program, and it's going to be quite nice. It really is. It had better be, by golly. I've been without a wife for 4 days. She was up there Thursday night from about 7 till 1 o'clock, and Friday night from 7 till 1 o'clock, and Saturday she went up at 8 in the morning and didn't get home till about 7:30 last night, and then today she's been gone and I still haven't seen her, so it's amazing how this time flies. Well, I'll know Mom's got something to say, so I'll turn it over to Mom now.
I said all mine on the other tape, and Dad said, well, tell him what you think of the sink that I put in. He says, I daren't brag it up, but it really is lovely, and it makes the kitchen look a lot lighter, and I'm getting used to the fancy faucet, so when I want hot water, I turn it the right way, and when I want a cold drink, I turn it to cold. It was quite a change to get used to. Talking about this recording, and you knowing Helen Clark, they shot out for a little while today for the choir, and I said, well, I don't want to make you unhappy, Helen, but your kid's shining the floor of the chapel on her stomach, and their youngest kid had started at the back of the chapel and gone right down on her stomach to the front. Helen says, it makes me darn unhappy, and up she went after the kid, I'm telling you. She's still Helen. Well, as you know from all the rest, we've had quite the amount of snow here, but I guess it's something that we really need, and it's good for us. I'll drop you a letter in the next day or two, and Dad can do some talking now.
They're just kidding about my early announcement of the weather. They thought I'd give you all the information on that time, so I'm surprised that they don't monopolize this thing a little more. I think the family possibly will have to sing another song for you before we get through with it. Marcie says that she has something that she wants to say. Okay.
Well, at school we've been doing a lot of fun. We've made a lot of gifts for Mommy and Dad, and our teacher, she's really nice. She's got a little tiny baby, and last year she was teaching, but she had to quit because she was having it, and, well, that's all that I can say now.
Well, this is Ricky again. Over at our school, it's been snowing a lot, and there's this hill that goes down into a sort of a field down below it, and we play baseball and football down there. And there's on the hill, there's ice now, and we slide on it, and we take these boards, and we wax the bottom of them, and we slide down on it, and it's really a lot of fun. There's been a lot of winter sports here. Kathy Newman, she was up skiing. She spent every last cent she had, and she was up skiing, and she shattered her leg, and now she's got it in a big cast. And, well, that's about all I can think to say right now.
Well, Ricky mentioned Kathy Newman's breaking her leg. Before Marcia left, we had quite the session around here because Kathy'd gone up without telling her folks and spent any dollars for a ski outfit. And they asked Marcia to talk to her about it, which she did. Then when Kathy got home, my margin bill relented and gave her money to get it out. And she'd been up on this school, this was the third time, and she broke her leg, and she'd got a cast from her ankle right up to her hip, and they said that she'd be in for 4 months before she could even start to get out at all. So they're having quite their problems there. We knew time was going for you fast up there, but when Paul said on the tape that he'd enjoyed the 2 months, I wondered, my time didn't figure with his unless he meant from the time school had started. And then another thing, that last tape we sent to you was merely for you to send back and erase it. Now, you've got our voices on this, so you don't need to keep that last masterpiece either. Here. We went over to see Paul's folks, but they weren't home, and Calvin came to the door, and my word, I thought it was Dick for a minute. He's grown so tall, and he looks so much like him. We left $5 with him to send to Rex, and then Esther called up later that night, and sorry that we'd missed him, which we were too, and said that Paul's dad hadn't had very regular work this winter, so I guess they're having problems like most everyone else in the world on these things.
Well, this is Ricky again. I've been on here quite a few times, but today it's Sunday and we're recording, and we were out in my cousin's backyard. He lives over in Meadowview Circle, right close to me. We were out in his backyard building this snow fort, sort of. Well, I guess it's a tower, and we were building it, and his little brother, boy, he can sure make these snowballs fast, and we couldn't figure out what it was, and then we went over, and his snow, it would all piled up there, and he was getting it packed better, and wasn't as powdery, and then we went in the house, and when we came back out, Roxanne and Marcie were out there, and we had a snowball fight, and then all of a sudden Uncle Don started knocking on the window, and he said, "Ricky and Marcie, you're supposed to go home and get ready for church so you can hear Aunt Gay's marvelous talk." So we ran home, and Dad said, "Do you want to go to church with me?" And I said, "Well, didn't you say we had to go?" And he said no, and Uncle Don had just fooled us to get us home, but we went anyway. And we had 2 stories, one from June Fair and one from my aunt, and then we had a violin solo from a lady and a man, and one man played the piano. Then we had closing prayer and a song, and then we went home. And then we tried to get my uncle's car out of the gutter, and he sit there turning around, and finally Dad sat on it, and it pushed, and it went out. We were sliding on the road, and then finally we got it. Dad just called me Gabby. I guess I have been on here quite a bit. Here's Marcie.
Well, this is Marcie, and like Ricky said, we were out in our cousin's yard, and we were having a snowball fight, and we got that big fort that they had made. We were getting behind that, and he'd sneak around the corners and everything, and then he'd throw the snowballs at us and brother. And when Grandpa came up to get us, we had on the corner, and we sat there where we were on a kind of slanted like, and he was turning around in circles. He had the wheels going real fast and everything, and in church we had a real fun time, and that's all. Here's Grandpa.
Well, we'll figure out something for the other side now, so we'll